if you guys could hear that. There's some pigs down there. This week on Super Awesome Outdoor Adventures Fun Time, we're headed to the little town of Kroll in northern Texas. Kroll's a quaint little town with a population of around 850 people and a whole heck of a lot more pigs. We're hunting on our good buddy's property that allows for excellent spot and stalk opportunities as well as some feeder hunts. I have a feeling it's going to be a rough 3 days for some Texas piggies. We're in northern Texas at Ridgeback Creek hog hunts just south of the Oklahoma border, and we've been seeing a pretty good amount of pigs these past. We haven't been here quite 36 hours. We've got 5 pigs down already. The wind has picked up. We got 15-20 mile an hour gusts. So everything's kind of quit moving right now. It's been down. I bet everything's kind of tucked in these cedar brushes and the mesquite. But the thing to our advantage is this wind makes it hard for them to hear us coming. So we're going to use that, go on a little spot and stalk this evening, and see if we can't get something close and maybe put a couple more pigs down. Stay tuned. So this property we're hunting, it really is a bow hunter's paradise. A lot of the properties in this area are flat, not a lot of cover, and I think it would be damn near impossible for any type of archery spot and stalk hunt. This property is the exception. There's tons of cedar, there's tons of mesquite, you're looking at all this broomweed, there's plenty of places to get in and hide. The landscape is broken up by several drainages, a couple ponds, and to top it all off, this place is a target-rich environment. Sound of pigs in front of us. I think there's like maybe 7 8 hogs. But right now, the one on video, I am probably 15 yards from. But where they're at, their heads are facing every direction. Cannot close the distance. I need one of them to walk to me. So here's a little better video of that sounder I walked in on. You know, I was maybe 15 yards from that pig that was off to the left, but the majority of these pigs are at 35, 40 yards. I happened to look over at my 3 o'clock and I got a hog just sleeping right there, maybe 10 or 12 feet from me. And not far from him, as you're looking here in the center of the screen, what I thought was one big blonde hog turned out to be 3 smaller ones huddled together. So I'm literally surrounded by pigs. I just quietly snuck in, being so focused on that sounder up in front, I didn't even notice those guys were sleeping. You know, I almost walked right over the top of them. So now my problem is this brush that I'm filming from is my last bit of cover between me and these nice hogs that I'm wanting to get at, but I also don't want to blow out these guys that are to my right. So the way the wind was blowing, I figured it was a better opportunity for me to try to sneak in on the 3 blonde pigs because I would have been upwind of them had I gone for the others. And I just wanted to see how close I could get to this little guy while he was sleeping. I was thinking to myself, I bet I could probably smack him on his ass, but I just wanted to see if I could get fairly close to him. I knelt down here and I must have popped a twig or he heard some grass rustle. And the thing about these hogs, when they hear a noise when they're sleeping, they just get up and go. I'll ask questions later. They don't hang around to see what was making the noise. He never knew I was there. He actually hung out there the whole time as I was setting up for the next shot. My best opportunity was going to be one of these 3 pigs here sleeping in the center of the screen. I just needed to wait long enough for one of them to stand up. Now, anybody who's hunting with me knows patience is not one of my virtues, but fortunately I did not have to wait very long, maybe just a couple of minutes before they decided to stand up, stretch your legs. This one here was kind enough to walk out in the center for me, give me a slightly quartering away broadside shot, which is more than any bow hunter could ask for. I let the arrow fly and forgot the camera was on the end of my bow and lowered it, and so unfortunately you guys don't get to see it taking off. You just get to see this last little fellow running out. He has no idea what had just happened. So that pig was sitting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 20, right there. I snuck into 20 paces. waited for one of them to stand up. He was standing right here. I was right there. And, oh, there's my arrow. That looks good. Very nice. That's what you want to see. Put that thing back in the quiver. And the good news is I don't have to track this pig because I watched him go down. Sorry for that. Well, it's off windy, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me, but if I can get some of that video put up, you guys will be able to see that stalk. Say it was pretty successful. I shot 2 pigs, saw one drop. Where's he at? That guy right there. He didn't go very far, so I got him in the shade, and now I'm going to follow a blood trail, see if I can find that other pig. It looked like a pretty good shot, and I got a pretty good blood trail, so hopefully that'll be 2 pigs on that stalk. There were some big ones in that group. They just got to where there wasn't really anything I could get in between them, and I had to stop chasing after them because this pig here that I just shot, it would have put me upwind of that pig, and I'm afraid that if I would have spooked the 3 that were bedded together, it would have taken that whole sonder with them. So I just needed to go ahead and take the opportunity, and I'll see if I can't sneak up on those other pigs later. One of the biggest ones, I got him on video, turned around and ran the other direction, and he actually got downwind of me, so he's gone. But the rest of them, I don't really think they knew what happened, because when they took off, they didn't get out of here like a bat out of hell. They just kind of trotted off, so they're probably settled by now if I don't spook them while I'm trying to find a blood trail. So if I can find that other one, that'd be great. Get a little video and see if we can't get a 3rd one down. Okay, we just saw that great big pig again. He was coming down the road, so I had to jump off into the brush because the wind is blowing right in his face. And I'm sure he got a whiff of me because he was coming down the road and turned around and paused for a second. So I'm just going to see if I can find out where he's going and cut him off. All right, I wasn't able to seal the deal on that big hog. I actually never saw him again once he paused and headed the other direction. I went looking for him, but the wind, like I said, was horrible, and I really didn't expect to see him. So that's all right. There's a lot of other pigs around here. Temperatures dropped quite a bit. It's getting chilly. Had to bundle up a little bit, but I think it's going to get the pigs up on their feet. Right now, we have 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds, but when the sun sets, that's going to be, I don't know, maybe 8, 15, something like that. They're calling for the wind to die down. So it's going to make it nice for still hunting, but I actually love stalking in this wind because they don't hear you coming when you get really close. So if anything pans out, we'll do a little bit more video for you guys. You can kind of see how it goes on down here, and hopefully get some more pigs. Okay, we just stalked in on a couple good-sized pigs. They're probably about 40 yards right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to film this as I'm stalking in. I don't even know if I turn the camera around if you'll be able to see them, but we'll see if we can get at least one of these pigs down. And we only got maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes of light left to get it done. So we'll see if we can get it. Whenever possible, I prefer to walk the pig trails when I'm trying to close the distance. You figure they have already smashed all of the grass, they've crushed the brush, and it's going to make for a much quieter stalk. But like a lot of things in bow hunting, it doesn't always work. Well, I don't know where he went. I was too busy trying to set up the phone, put it in here in my bino case, so you could see as I was walking, I could film it as I'm going. And I got that all set up, and I looked up, and he was gone. I think I maybe 50 yards from where I started and when I decided to film. He stepped into some thicket and I didn't have eyes on him, and I have no idea where he went. I can't find him. I mean, I'm down here walking with this distance, 7 feet, and I'm not making a sound, so I know he didn't hear me. He was just moseying on somewhere. So it's the guys that do this for a living, man, that self-film. When filming takes a priority over hunting, you got to get used to this. This is new to me, and it's frustrating because I just want to hunt. So we'll see how it goes. I doubt you guys can hear that. There's some pigs down here getting at it. So run out of daylight and try and get a little stalk in, and we'll see if I can actually film this whole thing this time. We'll see how it goes. So this was something I hadn't intentionally gotten on video, but I thought it would be good to include. And it's something I'm very neurotic about. This is me checking my equipment. All day long, I just constantly check my equipment. I've been crawling, I've been going through brush, bumping against branches, and the last thing you want to find out is something was off when you go to make that shot. So I'm getting ready to go on a stalk, and the last thing I do before I take that first step is double check my equipment. Here I am on a final approach, and at this point I'm well within bow range of these hogs. They can't be more than, I don't know, 25 yards from me at this point, but I always want to get in closer, just as close as I can possibly get. I want to get past all the defenses Mother Nature has given these animals to elude me. And a lot of times if I can do that, even if I don't get a shot on the animal, just that I snuck in close is a success in its own right as far as I'm concerned. That's what makes it really exciting, is just getting right next to these animals. But the risk is sometimes you push it a little too close. This guy spots me going to take a step, and so I just held still, had to trust in my camo. I knew he couldn't smell me. I knew he couldn't hear me. His instincts were telling him something was not right, but his eyes weren't telling him there was anything there. So if I just held still, I knew he was going to relax, go back to what he was doing, and give me an opportunity for a shot. Went out of the corner of my left eye, saw some movement, so I went ahead and drew my bow, and this giant fella steps out, has no idea I'm there, and he stops broadside at 13 yards. After watching this video, I learned something new about pigs. I was aware this is something you need to take into consideration while you're deer hunting, but never with pigs. I'm aiming at the black spot on his right front shoulder and the lower third of the body because their vitals are so low. And you can see when I take this shot, he ducks the arrow, his chest hits the ground, and my arrow hits about 4 inches higher than where I was aiming. I still double lunged him, and it was a quick kill, but it could have been a missed opportunity. So it didn't take long, and these pigs just started filtering back in. I walked out to get my arrow, and I saw some movement on the other side of the ditch, so I just backed back into the cedar and knocked another arrow. I was thinking about shooting this black pig here in the center, and that's when I noticed that off to his right, there's this big red pig coming up out of the ditch. The cool thing is he's actually a black and white pig. They just roll around that Texas red dirt and give him that color. If you look at his snout, you can see his upper lips protruding to the side. That's actually his guards, those just huge upper teeth. And this is just a really cool big pig. You know, I wanted this pig, but he wasn't giving me the angle that I wanted. He's quartering to me just a little bit. I probably could have taken a shot, but I didn't want to risk it. So I decided I'm just going to take one of these smaller meat hogs. They're good eating, throw them on a spit, and he just wouldn't hold still. I'm at full draw. I'm standing out in the open, but he's just twitchy and fidgety, and he wouldn't hold still and give me a shot. So I ended up holding the bow for 1 minute and 7 seconds and just happened to let it down and decided to go look for that other pig. We found the arrow, and it looks pretty good. The shot placement looked pretty good. It was a big black and white one that we actually got on video earlier today. And I thought they were going to come back in and get another shot on another pig. They're out there kind of grunting around. I don't know if they're going to come back in before daylight or not, but I'm going to at least see if I can find this blanket box and see if we can't go find that pig. Wish me luck. All right, we found the pig. Sweet. I didn't find hardly any blood at all. I mean, just little drops. And he probably ran 60 yards, maybe. But when you're finding a teeny tiny little drop here and a teeny tiny little drop there, you start thinking you seriously screwed the pooch. And you just get that horrible feeling in your gut. And I knew the shot looked really good. He was quartering to me just a little bit, and then I had a little bit of that sour smell on my broadhead, so I knew I might have hit him in the guts, but I didn't think I shot him too far back. It was just, now that I found the pig, it was just the exit wound because he was quartering to me. I clipped something on the opposite side, but it was a real quick death. Got him right here. Y'all take a look at him. It's kind of dark, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him or not. Yeah, unfortunately not. Let's get the light on here. Well, this self-filming stuff's tough. There we go. A little, I still can't see him too well. There he is. Look at the cutters on that thing, man. It's a nice pig. Happy to get something like that any day. So I'm going to drag him to the road, walk back, get the truck, and I guess we can call it a night. Well, I'd say the trip was a success. I brought 4 pigs home. Unfortunately, I only got 2 on video. This is a picture of the one you just saw. I got another one a couple nights before. He wasn't as big, but he had really good cutters. People have been telling me for years to do this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it because I had a really good time making it. Thanks for watching. Well, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making it. I think you guys can tell from watching I really don't know what I'm doing too much, just kind of learning as I go. I've had a lot of friends over the years tell me because of the goofy shit I do when I'm hunting and fishing that I need my own show, and at the behest of those people and even some buddies giving me shit, I decided to give it a shot. I've carried camera equipment in the past on elk hunts and deer hunts, but I've just never even pulled it out of my bag. I was just too busy hunting. So this Texas hog hunt, I knew it was 5 days of a lot of opportunities, a lot of animals. It'd be a great chance to try this. Unfortunately, I didn't even pull the camera equipment out until day 3. And I only carried it with me for maybe 10 hours, and I only got about 60 minutes of footage over 4 cameras. And I learned a lot from doing it, though. When I'm filming with my phone, I need to hold it horizontal, not vertical. On my bow-mounted cameras, I need to be aware of where I'm pointing that camera. I got a lot of footage of the dirt, the grass, the tops of my feet, and when I would shoot an animal, I wouldn't follow through, so you guys didn't get to see all of it. I dropped the bow, and it would dawn on me, oh, bring it back up. So any advice that you guys could give me is welcome. Any comments, even the editing software. I just downloaded it 4 or 5 days ago and put this thing together. I threw the manual in the trash and was like, you know what, I'm just going to figure this shit out as I go and have a good time doing it. One thing I want to touch on is on the video, when I said I shot 2 pigs on that stalk, I actually did. I shot a first pig about 30 minutes before I started filming. And I found good blood, good lung blood, which for those of you that don't hunt, it's just the color and a lot of air bubbles in it. You can tell you hit lungs. Unfortunately, I did not find that pig. I was convinced I was going to find it, and everything was good. It's just that these pigs are tough, man. Sometimes they can be really hard to find. It's not an excuse, and I absolutely just hate losing an animal, but that's part of hunting. Anybody that's ever hunted will tell you that. You know, it's a horrible part of it. But I had a great time. I had a great time editing it. Everything that you see on the video is one take, with the exception of the commentaries, because I wanted to get them right. But I just didn't want to set up my camera and worry about getting all the footage perfectly right. I just want to hunt, you know. I don't have a TV show. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to show everybody what I like to do. You know, I like to share my stories. So I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have a name for the videos. I don't have a name for myself. Just shoot me some ideas, guys. Unfortunately, hunting season's over. I don't have a whole lot of videos coming up. I do have an opportunity of maybe getting on a Missouri turkey hunt. We could always do some fishing videos over the summer. There may be antelope and elk in August and September, but of course I will start filming whitetail hunts in October. And if you guys follow me and you guys like it, let me know. Maybe we can make something happen out of this. Even if we don't, I have a great time doing it. So thanks a lot and cheers, guys. I really appreciate you pushing me into doing something like this.